pregame. You kind of sounded like everyone has their own pregame. Is there a set of 5, or like, is it kind of everyone has their own?
Well, I have my 10 steps to overcoming stage fright. And I'll share that link with you, by the way. And in those 10 steps, if you do them all, it's fantastic. But what ends up happening, people will choose what they need to do for themselves.
Okay.
Some people will, and I would say a good chunk of people will say, 15 minutes before I go on, I need to go and be by myself. I need quiet. I need to focus. I don't want to talk to anybody. I need to breathe. Breathing is huge. Doing deep breaths is huge. Making sure you have water, massive. Everybody should have water, FYI, because dry mouth is caused because our excitement is raised. We're nervous. Nervous energy drains us. So it makes us dry. So everybody should have a bottle of water with them, or a glass of water or something with them. But then also for yourself, defining what else do you need? One thing that I do, and this is so helpful, we want to get the blood flowing. So run around the room. I know that sounds funny, but I'm telling you, if you just or do jumping jacks, or just stand, run in place, or jump up and down, you're getting the blood flowing in your body and in your face. So you're getting color, but you're also oxygenating your blood, and you're also oxygenating your body, and you feel more relaxed. And even that's such a simple step, but it also helps you to walk up on that stage. And I always tell people, your stage presence begins the moment you walk in the room. Mm-hmm. So let's say you're going on the stage and you're in the back of the room. It doesn't happen when you get on that stage and turn around at the mic. As soon as you walk in your room, your presence is known. Mm-hmm. So you want to be ready for that and be prepared and be relaxed and feel that really powerful nervous energy that's going to help you get on that stage. And so that might mean that you need to have your pregame before you walk in that room. You might need that time in the corner. You might need time to go run around or just breathe and focus, whatever it is. I have some friends of mine that literally, like, I don't eat before a performance. I can't eat 2-3 hours before. That's been, and by the way, Sabrina, that goes all the way back to high school. So, yeah. But I have friends that are like serious performers, like opera singers, all that kind of stuff. And they can eat up to like 10 minutes before.
Wow.
And they have to, like, for them, they need that. So I always tell people, I give them this 10 steps and look at each one and which part of this is you, and start to create that pregame for yourself, because it will make a huge difference for when you get on that stage.
Got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually usually fast. I don't eat until after. It doesn't matter what time it is.
And how long do you fast?
I mean, when I did TED, I just did the TEDx a few weeks ago. I didn't eat since the day before. So like dinner the day before, and then my performance was at like, I don't think I got on stage until like 8 at night.
Wow. Okay. And that makes you feel good.
Yeah, right? I was really fine. I will say though, I was worried or aware of the water, the dehydration thing. You can't bring water up on stage on TED.
Right.
But I took a few swigs before I literally walked up, like in the back room before I got on the ramp to walk up. And literally within 2 minutes, my mouth was dry.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's interesting how that works.
So I always tell people, if you have, especially if you have a big event like a TED, or really any, like you're speaking in front of 500 people at an event, on those days, sip water all day.
Yeah.
You don't have to guzzle water, sip it. You're constantly sipping. So you're constantly hydrating your body so that you're not depleted of water. You will be where you're supposed to be, because you're right. On TED, you can't take any liquids up there. Some places not TED, but like some of these events, people will always have water on the stage. But more than likely, you might have situations where you won't have access to drinking water. And also, you're doing a big event, you might not want to be taking a sip, right? So if you're drinking all day, and like I said, sipping means you're just constantly hydrating yourself, and you're not dehydrated. If we're sipping all day and constantly just keeping our water going, you would be surprised how through an event you will stay hydrated because you've been hydrating all day. So that makes
Got
it, yeah.
got it. This pregame is kind of reminding me of, I'm sure like sports people have pregame rituals that they
Yeah.
do, but it's when you were talking about it, it kind of reminded me of when you're watching basketball and before they're throwing like a three-pointer, they have their
Mhm.
thing where they have to like, ball, hand the ball like 3 times or bounce 4 or 5, like and it's the same thing
Yes.
every single time.
Hmm.
It's the same
Hmm.
rhythm. So it's kind of the same. It's like a pregame. They have to do these few things in order to really set themselves up for success.
Yeah. Yeah. It's kind of a ritual. It's
Yeah.
sort of a ritual. And, if you are, speaking a lot, or if you are a business owner, or a business leader that is called upon to speak a lot in front of groups, it is good to have those little rituals that are yours. They're personally yours. Nobody has the same rituals. And you make what makes you feel successful and makes you feel that calm before the event, and where you're comfortable and content, and confident. It really helps you with your confidence. And the analogy with basketball is a great one because that's very true. It's that ritualistic thing that makes them successful. And the more you're speaking, you kind of have to treat it like a sport, or as I say, the performing arts. I don't know one of my singing friends or acting friends who don't have some sort of practice they do before a performance to help
Hmm.
them. Yeah. I mean, and it's kind of nice too, because it's sort of like you're gifting yourself with something. You're kind of doing some self-care for yourself, to make you successful. Yeah.
Yeah. That's good.